Have you ever wondered who you would be without your professional identity? This is something a lot of retirees struggle with. I'm Monica Primo with Encore Life Coaching. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 steps that will help you navigate this transition from career professional to retiree and go from being anxious, unsure, and a little lost to feeling clear and confident about your next role. I get what this is like. Early in my career, I unexpectedly retired from my career to become a stay-at-home mom. It wasn't something that I planned on or anticipated, and it was kind of a blow to my system, certainly my ego. It took a while for me to let go of the identity that I held so closely and start to embrace this new identity as a stay-at-home mom. After a while, I adapted the skills and habits that I had at work into my new role and identity at home. I still had a checklist. I used my Franklin planner. And to be quite honest, I gave my husband a data dump of everything that I had accomplished during the day so I could feel that validation that I was no longer getting. Recognition of my hard work. The next thing that I did was, I embraced being a stay-at-home mom and sought out other people who were like me. I didn't have any friends who were stay-at-home moms when I started. Eventually, I found a new friend group. We had play dates, and these became my new friends. Many years later, I retired again, this time from a corporate job that was just a job. I really did not have an investment in my professional identity with that job, and the transition was much different. Instead of mourning that loss, I didn't have a lot of emotions tied to the company or the job, but I was very eager to embrace this next stage and next chapter, and the transition was very different. You might be at one of those ends of the spectrum, either a little bit reluctant to leave after a long career or ready to move on to something else. The degree to which you identify with your career is going to impact the emotions that you're feeling. So there are 3 steps to take to navigate this transition. The first step is to feel all the feels, whether it's sadness, boredom, anxiety, excitement. All of those feelings are legitimate. And face it, you've been doing this job for a long time. You've had this identity. And it's a major shift to transition out of that and into something different. So give yourself a chance to feel that. Journal about it or talk to a friend. But acknowledge that this loss of identity carries a lot of different emotions. The second thing that you want to do is shift your mindset to embracing new possibilities. To me, this is the most exciting part of retirement. It is an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to rediscover old passions and maybe some new ones. It's like being 18 years old again, and people are saying, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, what do you want to be when you retire? The great thing is you can play, you can experiment, you can dabble. Take a class, try something new, or maybe revisit something that you used to identify with. Maybe you are an athlete, maybe you are a writer. Give yourself an opportunity to explore and play and see what fits you now. You have the time. The 8 hours plus per day you were spending at work can now be spent, in part, exploring things that are interesting and new for you. The third thing is to embrace your new identity. Become the person that you want to be. What does a gardener do? What does a grandparent do? Maybe you want to start a new business and have an encore career. What do people in that role do? Embrace that. Start to make those things part of your daily life. And soon you will be embracing this new, exciting next chapter. So to recap, the 3 steps. 1, feel the feels. 2, explore and embrace the new opportunities. And 3, embrace your new identity and make that part of who you are today. So one action I would like for you to take today is to choose an identity that you want to try on. Just one. Give it a try and see what that's like for you. Are you ready to get started on your retirement journey? I have a fun and insightful quiz that will help you determine your retirement personality and give you some exercises and things you can do now to prepare for retirement. Just go to myencorecoach.com/quiz to take the quiz. Thank you so much for being with me today. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss an episode. And remember, life is full of twists and turns, and whatever happens is part of the adventure. So go ahead and embrace the adventure.